Happy Child Life Month. One of my favorite things about being a child life specialist is the opportunity to see children and teenagers in the midst of very difficult circumstances thrive, not only now, but as they go forward into the future.
I want to wish you a happy Child Life Month. I have been a child life specialist for over 30 years, and while that's daunting to say, my why of staying in the field is because I have seen firsthand how a child life specialist can impact the life of a child or a teen, and certainly their parents when the parent has been diagnosed with a serious illness or has a serious injury. Many years ago, someone said, we as humans are tasked with the responsibility of sharing our gifts. And while I am not bragging on myself at all, one of the things that I am best at is providing support for children and teens during a most difficult time of their life. And while I do not find it a chore, it is a great responsibility to be a big part of their lives. And I cherish every moment with them.
Into the profession because I was always intrigued with the medical field and working with kids, but I didn't want to be a teacher or a doctor or nurse. So as a child life specialist, I can teach kids about the hospital and teach them about different diagnoses and procedures and coping skills and pain management, and I love it. It has been a wonderful experience working in the hospital with children who are sick and then transitioning to the community setting and working with children who are healthy whose parents are sick. It's a great profession and I am blessed to be part of it.
I decided I wanted to become a child life specialist after spending a couple of months in the hospital after a car accident when I was in middle school. I knew then that I wanted to be able to provide children support and encouragement during a very scary time in their lives.
I knew I wanted to be a child life specialist when I first learned about the profession, knowing I always wanted to work with children and teenagers, but wasn't quite sure how, knowing that I didn't want to be a teacher in the school setting. So child life was the absolute perfect fit for me in that I have been able to help children and families in their time of need and a crisis and help guide them through what could be difficult journeys to make it a little bit easier for them. I was drawn to the profession by a friend that shared child life with me in college when I had never even heard of such a field. And I just, upon learning about it and researching, immediately knew that this was the best fit for me. And I have been in the field now for 20 years and I wouldn't change a thing. I absolutely love my job. I love what I get to do in working with these children and families.
My name's Ashley Blackman, and I found child life through researching different professions that I could combine my love for working with children and also my love for medical. I knew nursing wasn't quite right and teaching wasn't quite right, and I found the field of child life and loved that it combined the two things I was really interested in. And I took child development in college and then stuck with it ever since, and I've loved it.
I became a child life specialist after volunteering at Texas Children's in their playroom and seeing firsthand the power of play in the hospital setting, and just never looked back.
Hi, my name is Julie May, and I have wanted to be a child life specialist since I was 6 years old. My brother was diagnosed in 1987 with a aggressive brain cancer and received care at our Dallas Children's Medical Center. During that time, he was one of their first ambassadors to work with the Child Life team going through the program. And myself and my sister and brother were siblings. And so it meant that we were up there all the time and involved in programming as much as possible. We spent so many days there staring at the trains and just feeling like we were comfortable in the hospital. The child life staff did a beautiful job of including us and explaining everything and letting us feel connected that I've known ever since then. That was something that I wanted to do for my whole life, minus those few years when I wanted to be a marine biologist. But other than that, child life all the way.